Hello and welcome back to Hello and welcome back to LBG Reviews. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Today we'll be talking about Factorio. Now, funny story involving Factorio. Factorio is actually one of the games that inspired me to make my YouTube channel in the first place. And what do I mean by this? Well, as you may or may not have noticed by now, my channel is focused on accessibility in video games, appreciating games that have accessibility settings, and discussing accessibility issues that I see in games with my limited experience of actual accessibility training. And basically, most games I'm able to fumble my way around in. I'm able to experience a lot of the content. I'm able to enjoy them. But Factorio is a little different. See, the main menu itself. The main menu is fine. I can read the text on the main menu. I can read a lot of the bigger buttons and a lot of the bigger text in the game. But when you go into the settings menu, I can barely read the text, dude. And I've looked, there is no option to adjust the text size. And the same goes for tutorial text as well as some other interface text in the game. And it's really unfortunate because I've heard loads of great things about Factorio. Everything I've seen, trailers and such, it sounds like my kind of game. It sounds like a game that I would sink hundreds, if not thousands, of hours into trying to perfect my factories and just having a blast doing so. However, the UI just makes it a little tougher for me to get into, and so most of the time I end up just dropping it after 15-20 minutes of playing. Then, secondly, there's the problem of the actual graphical design of the game. See, most factory games, I find it relatively easy to basically see all the conveyor lines and the most assembly lines that you can build in factory games. They make logical sense to me. But when I look at late game Factorio screenshots, I don't see anything except for a almost beige mess on my screen sometimes. And also, really quick, for the gameplay you're watching right now, I'm playing through the tutorial of the game. Just know, since I'm legally blind and normally prefer bigger text on the screen for me to play, for some of the tutorial stuff, I have to have my eyes almost touching the screen to read what it is saying. Now, how do I think Factorio could improve this? Well, namely, add a UI text scaling feature, or even just make the text scale adjustable. Then, secondly, it does have different. I've seen in the settings it does offer color grading modes for color blindness, but I do think that there is something to be said about making each machine and making components look visually distinct from each other. And basically I can see flecks of orange in late game Factorio's screenshots, and I can see the blue of water and things, the green of grass, yada yada. But I should be able to look at a conveyor belt with a bunch of stuff on it and be like, oh yeah, that's a conveyor belt with a bunch of stuff on it. When I look at a Factorio conveyor belt with a bunch of stuff on it, sometimes I cannot even tell what's on the conveyor belt. Now, sure, it could be due to my lack of experience in Factorio, but also I have seen games with far more egregious color design for a lot of their stuff that at the very least the stuff is distinct enough that I can tell what it is. And that's really all I'm going to say about Factorio. Next week we'll be talking about Celeste. Somebody had recommended I do a Celeste video. In the comments of the Ultra Kill video I made a few months ago. And yeah, I've gotten around to making a video about it. Celeste is a really cool game about climbing a mountain, self-discovery, self-reflection, and realizing that it is okay to be unsure.
Quick edit to note that as you see in the gameplay, I did end up finding the UI scale option, but even still, the visual style is hard to distinguish in my opinion, but at least UI scale is not as big of a problem as I thought.